Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
Welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I am Jeremy. This is episode 55.
Woo.
We're talking about San Diego things to do. So before we get into it, last week we mentioned that we'd have another big announcement probably this week. It hasn't happened yet.
Just a little bit delayed, been some crazy weather.
So we're hoping next week.
Yeah. We have
I'll just say this.
It'll be.
You'll know.
You'll know.
You'll know. Okay.
You'll know. We were just talking about how there's just
a lot going on.
And not like we're always like, oh, a lot going on, but just production standpoint. And I feel like
things will be going
we're in a good groove for this year.
Yeah, that motivation is there. It's funny because like last year motivation was like lose weight and stick to it. I mean, it still is now, obviously, but like, like shift your focus other ways. Excuse me. Like to me, like we use that motivation for last year. We're just like moving it to other things, because last year we talked about this other thing, not the announcement. It's another announcement.
Yes, us and our
we do
creativeness.
Things. That's a problem. You have all these creative things going on. What happens to me is I have all these creative juices on, and then I'm gonna do this. That does sound crazy. I'm gonna do this. I'm like name all these things. I start all these little things, and then I just get overwhelmed, and I just stopped. And then I'm just like, I'm gonna get to it. Felicia knows, I'm sure.
Plus, Jeremy needs help to keep him on track.
Yes, I have that problem. I don't know if I have ADHD,
Jeremy,
but I'm not
you told
surprised.
me this was happening, and you kind of fell off the gun. No, I didn't know. Look right here. Oh, yeah.
I have that problem. I'm really, really sorry. My problem, I just start a project, and then it's like those memes or like jokes people say, like then you start another project and just goes on. It's like Phil Dunphy, the one episode where he's trying to change something, and he ends up working on the car or something. It's like, I just wanted to change a light bulb or something like that. Like, that's me. It's like little things. Anyways.
We're working on things. He can't even keep track.
My mind, because we were just discussing some of it right before we started recording, and my mind just like, it's like firing on all cylinders right now.
We're gonna get there.
But point being, unfortunately, we're not gonna announce it this week because it's not here yet. But
we'll be in a day or two. But the thing is, then this will already be.
Yeah, and we need to get this podcast recorded for you guys. Anyway,
so
we're talking about San Diego today, like I said.
Yeah, next week for that announcement.
The only bad thing that sucks is 2 years ago we were in San Diego and we're not there now.
Sad.
Very sad. I have probably shouldn't have but I do. This is
Jeremy. You're gonna get us blurred. You gotta blur that out.
I didn't even think about that. Well, editor Jeremy, make sure you blur that out. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it on Felicia, and then bam, now
there
I'm back.
You go.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
If you kind of see moving here, and you're like, what the with her neck? It looks a lot better than it did before.
So she sent me a picture. She's like, I hope this goes away.
What happened is my dog, the big one, I don't know. She was 80 pounds last I weighed her. She's probably about 90 now. She's got big paws, and literally it was her paw print. It's actually weird for the weather today. It was pretty warm. So the snow melted, and she walks in on the grass. And if the dog's like, their paws are so fucking rough.
Yep.
And if she just went like this and hit me,
it
kind of just like scratched the skin a little bit, but it gets that grass in there, and it's just like allergic. So it just is that thing. So I washed it off and put some like anti-itch hive cream on there. Something you should always, at least I always keep that on thing. Just have very sensitive skin, itchy person. I think I get it from my dad. You can get it in a spray. I prefer the cream.
Really?
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Nice.
Not a sponsor. Check it out.
Yeah. But, we're talking about San Diego. It might be more than one episode. We don't know. Anything can happen.
I don't know.
I was going to talk about something else, but Felicia, we'll talk about that first because, I know you guys are dying to hear our lists.
Dying to. If you see me putting on my chapstick, you already know what it is. Petal and Clover. Got my stuff right here.
We don't have a code for them, but make sure you go and check them out.
But check them out.
Shout out. I want to say we're not just doing this because we know that you watch the podcast now. Like Felicia actually does talk about your product all the time.
I would say. I
even
mention
off
all
podcast.
the time.
She'll be online. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm applying this such and such from Petal and Clover. It's actually really nice.
I was going to say, funny thing is we were at Sam's Club that one weekend and Alexander took it out of her fanny pack. She had the Universal cream and she was putting it on. She's like, try it out, guys. Try it out. And like, I'm trying to find a picture of my, I have a picture of my hands before I started using it. And I want to post like a before and after of my hands.
So your hands look really good.
Yeah, someone had said the other, like, oh my God, your hands look horrible. This, for me, in the winter is like amazing. If
I
you
want to
could
go and
touch
get
my
some for
hand
my
right
beard.
now,
My beard's coming in pretty good, actually.
you should get some.
I do want to. I'll add that to the list of the many things we want to do.
Well, I was thinking it's not that if we end up getting breakfast from a place, it's not that far from. It's closer than if we're at home. I was thinking about that. So, anyways, for our list of San Diego, I do have to say I love San Diego.
Me too.
I've
been there
beautiful.
twice.
I've been there
yes,
once.
twice.
And it's beautiful.
Beautiful. I love San Diego. Plus, it's also really close to the border. You don't understand, or you don't realize how close it is to the Mexico border. Very close.
Yeah, it's close.
We did consider for a short amount of time going to the border, and then we decided no.
We did, and then we had looked.
And plus,
we
Brandon
looked
didn't
up
have
a
his
lot
passport,
of.
so
Yeah, we looked up a lot of videos of like that, and it was like really busy.
Yeah.
At that.
We're like, we'll
the
just
border.
we'll just sit in traffic all day, just be like, hey, we made it to Mexico, and then go right back. So we're like, nah.
Woo. So one thing I have on my list is something when we were driving down over there is I don't know if it's not specific to San Diego, but that area, can't get it over here. Cactus Cooler Soda.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I got it from a vending
delicious.
machine when
Yeah,
we
at
were
a rest stop.
driving. Yeah. But look at that.
Yeah, and then we found out afterwards, and it was so delicious. It's only from there.
Yeah, it's orange pineapple blast.
Delicious.
Crazy, right? Orange and pineapple together. The thing is, you look at that, you're like, wow, that's like some like 90, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell sodas that look like that no more.
No.
The funny thing is, too, if I look at this picture and I'm drinking this, it is 10:47 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, but that's, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's the time. I don't know if it switched back. Probably not, because we did leave earlier.
We did.
But whatever. I mean, that's good. The funny thing is, I have this, I thought it ended up being a sound clip. It's us driving. But the video, it must have been like in my pocket.
Right.
But I think it's funny because that's actually when you hear Jeremy starting to stop on the highway. Never seen a stoplight on a highway before. And it wasn't for us. Remember that? You almost stopped?
I do now. I forgot all about that.
In the middle of the highway. So my thing is to get the Cactus Cooler Soda if you're in that area because very good.
Yes, sir. I know Felicia will have this, and that is Little Italy.
Yes, sir.
Sam Burgers. That's the place I went. And Felicia also went to, it's not tacos, is that called?
Yes.
He also had some chicken place we didn't get to try. But the best part about it was that we met him.
We did.
I should have had this picture ready, but I don't.
I thought
It's funny thing is we were talking about it, and then all of a sudden we're like, holy he's right there.
The thing is, did you see that
this is Jeremy 80 pounds ago.
He announced, Sam the cooking guy had made an announcement on his Instagram that those restaurants will stay, but he is stepping away.
Really? That's sad.
Yeah, and people had asked him like, so you're retiring? Happy retirement? They're like, wait, what about YouTube? Is YouTube still a thing? What's going on? He did not elaborate anymore on the subject.
Huh.
But he might be. I don't know if I feel like he's still going to do YouTube. I didn't see anything otherwise.
Right.
But he was managing, I think, at least 3 restaurants.
Oh, damn. That's a lot.
And it might be, maybe it's a soft launch of a retirement. I don't know. Sam the cooking guy, if you're watching, let us know.
We love you. Not in a creepy way.
Well, now Jeremy just made it creepy.
They even put me on their Instagram, so if you go there, check me out.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. The thing was because we were a bigger fan than Jeremy. If you're wondering who he is, you should check him out. He has 3.79 million subscribers on YouTube.
And we met him.
Oh, he just did a video a day ago. I feel like he's still sticking with the YouTube. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, look at that. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got a production company for that.
He probably does. I know that his sons are the ones who actually take care of it.
Oh, look at that.
One films. Sometimes they both film.
Mm.
And they post it on up for him. Jeremy said, I'm going to look into it. I want to see.
No, he's 65. He's at retirement age.
Yeah. I think retirement age should be 30, man. Like,
honestly, I wish I could retire right now. If I could retire, you know how many of the projects I've talked about for years would actually be done?
Jeremy said, you know what I would do with my time?
Honestly, I probably just would game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Then I get bored of it and just do something else.
Can you believe this guy?
Yeah. I
have on here, this is actually in Little Italy. Gorgeous area, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll try my darndest. Let me look what this is. Papalico?
Is that the ice cream?
No, it is that Italian shop that had, so I'm probably saying it wrong because I feel like I'm using the wrong accent, but it had the Italian soda that me and Boo got,
Oh, okay.
which had kick-started my Italian soda kind of like
Yes, it did. Oh, really? That's what did.
kick. Yeah, it was so good
Hi,
because
Millie.
I had that. No, it's Luna.
Oh, hi,
Millie's
Luna.
in the crate. I had it and it was good. I had a strawberry one, I think, or did it have peach? I don't remember. I'm trying to find my picture of it, but nope, I had peach because I can tell my cup is almost clear.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them
Look at me
guys
sitting
in
down
the back.
80 pounds ago.
But that was good, and that's when I was like, fuck, because me and Boo went in there like, what should we get? And I was like, oh, why not that? But yeah, Italian soda. They also had gelato in there. I don't know if anyone's ever had it, but it's very just like light, much lighter than ice cream. Almost like a sherbet, but not quite very good. I also
not quite very good. That's not like you said. Like
no,
not
it's
quite
not
very good.
quite,
But
it's very good.
Very good.
Period.
There you go.
By the way, here's
Either
my
works.
not tacos.
Ooh, let's see it. Yeah, I was gonna wonder if you should. Yeah. By the way, those tater tots, delicious.
Very
Delicious.
good. And that is an eggplant parmesan one, and the other ones are it was mashed potatoes, green onion, potato chips,
I wanted another
sour
burger
cream,
after I had it.
and it also had some hot sauce. Oh, that was fire.
That food was
Why
so
have I
good.
never tried to make that myself? I
The only
don't
thing
know.
was my food said Jeremy. Jeremy.
Because he was meh. The guy, he's meh. But what can you do?
Not much. Another place I had from also literally was Mr. Moto Pizza, and it was like right down
I
there.
didn't get that.
I did. Jamal did. The funny thing was, we wanted just like pepperoni sausage pizza. Some reason they gave Jamal like a garbage pizza, but he was like,
What
I
did
didn't.
he think?
Well, at first he's like, I didn't order this, and he's like, they're really good.
Hmm.
I don't remember what was on it. It was a lot of stuff. It was like pepperoni and sausage, but like a bunch of other stuff. And he's like, I didn't think I'd like it. That was pretty good. It was very good. It was like thin Italian pizza. Hi, puppies. But it was very, very
Yeah,
good.
they're out there being a ruckus.
Then I was eating that when you guys got the ice cream. I was like, damn, I should have got the ice cream.
Okay, that ice cream was good. So I guess I can say the ice cream.
Yep.
It was actually salt and straw ice cream.
That's yeah.
And the funny thing is that, well, we got that, I think, when you got the pizza.
Yep.
Because remember, we were separated for a
Yeah,
little bit.
we split. We went got pizza and you guys got that.
Because it was really nice down there, and I actually saw these people walking, and they had ice cream. And a waffle cone looked really good. And I was like, hey, where'd you get that ice cream? They're like, oh, right there, salt and straw. And I was like, okay, cool. And we went in there. They do have dairy-free options. I do remember I did try out some of them. Hold on, I have a picture of my ice cream. Mine was like vanilla with like peanut butter in it and chocolate. It was really good. Got to get the waffle cone. I only got one scoop because we already had 8, so I was kind of...
Yeah, but you can't say no to that.
Oh, you had to get it. Had to get it. And, man, I wish I had that right now.
That'd be nice.
Also, yeah, if you want to look at the little area, look at that. That's me in front of the fountain down there.
Oh, look at Felicia.
That's me.
There was a bunch of firefighters in that area for whatever reason.
There was. So maybe if you're looking for a firefighter, trying to get yourself
Shout
a
out to all the
man or a woman.
firefighters saving California.
Yes. And if you're looking for one, go down to Little
They're there.
Italy. Pick
They're
yourself one up.
Like at one point, like a cops walked by and looked at me like they were kind of beefing, as they should.
Maybe they were. Up here, Millie walking in her car.
Hi, Millie. Hi, Millie. Anyway.
But yeah, check
very-
out that ice
very
cream.
nice
Really good. It's what I call hard scoop. I don't know what you call that kind of ice cream. Regular ice cream? I don't know. Speaking of ice cream, if you're at the store and you're looking for some ice cream to buy, pick up yourself a pint of Ben & Jerry's. Give them
Yes.
some support because they always have been supporting the people that do matter. So go ahead, check out their socials, see what they're posting about. And they're here for us in this scary time.
Yep.
So
And they're
support
fighting the
them
good
by going
fight.
to get some going to buy some of their ice cream.
Yes.
And if it's locked up at your store, that is a manager's choice. So you need to either climb through the cooler and open up another door to go get it, or complain to corporate and tell them that it's locked up.
We'll have to do that. The next thing I am going to say, what do I want to bring here? I'll just say the good old classic Petco Park,
It's on mine.
the San Diego Padres Stadium. So I've been to 2 games there. Doug and I went with Uncle Dave. We went when there was a Cubs game at night. It was the year they won the World Series. And then we went during the day. During the day it was hot. But When we went 2 years ago, I was like, oh, let's go to Petco Park. Jamal thought it was like a dog park. But this is the thing. I'm like, no, it's not a dog park. We get there. It turns out it is. During the day, when there's no games during the day, they leave like the gates open. It is a legit dog park.
Yeah, it was a dog park.
And we saw this person eating a burrito and a dog sitting next to him. I was like, oh, that's nice. Their dog sitting next to him. It was someone else's dog. Someone else's dog ran up to him. He's like, oh, hello. Can I have the burrito?
Yeah, there were a lot of dogs. So we were just sitting in this dog park, kind of just watching all the dogs.
Well,
Thinking back, though, it wasn't. Was it? I don't think it was fenced in, was it?
No. Certain spots were, but not where we were at. No.
I would never.
Yeah, people were just letting them roam free. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, hell no. They'd be gone. And it's in the city, too, is the thing.
And then, what, like 6 months later or something? Not Green Day. Yellow Card played at that in that exact area on stage for their Ocean Avenue tour.
We were just a little late, you know?
Mm-hmm. Which Jack's Mannequin announced that they're doing a 20-year anniversary tour for Everything in Transit.
That's right.
They're playing somewhere in Chicago, I think. I want to go.
Chicago? I thought you were going to try to go somewhere fancy. I'm like, oh, look at this. They're playing in California.
I wish. If it worked. That is one of my things. I want to.
Stars align.
Yeah, I want to be on vacation somewhere and go somewhere like that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be. Especially Jack's Mannequin, because Everything in Transit, that's one of my favorite albums. That's one of those no skip albums to me.
Oh, yeah.
Good. And he's also from California. But yeah, Petco Park. Very nice place to. It's actually, to me, it's one of the most beautiful stadiums in the MLB. It's very nice.
I didn't get to go in the stadium. I had Petco Park on mine, but mine was more of the
vibes around it.
The vibes in the dog park area. It's cool because it's in like the middle of the city, but then if you're in that like grassy part, you're just kind of like vibes. You're chilling. They have the one guy eat a burrito.
Yeah, they have a area there. Like I said, they leave open when there's no games. When the games, they close it, and you can only be in there if you're at the stadium, whatever. But it's still cool. Yeah. Very cool. Plus, you're like really close to the stadium when it's open. It sounds confusing, but if you're there, you would understand.
You would understand. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, big buddy.
I have on here. The one thing is this driving along the coast. Very beautiful area. I do have to say. Oh yeah, those things were weird. There is driving down there when you are driving along. I'm not sure what highway it is that's along the ocean there. There's some like weird stuff over there, right? And like military stuff.
It's a military thing. So that's that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show you what we see to show you what you see when you're driving. That's what you see.
Yep.
We're like, oh, look at that. The funny thing was, like, not long after that, it popped up like on Reddit, like people talking about, like, this is right here. Yeah, but anyways.
I like how I'm like, oh, it's beautiful to see the ocean. Jeremy said, yeah, the big things that look like some big.
John's favorite.
Yeah, but those are really nice. Not the boobies, but the ocean.
I'm almost home. I just passed the boobies.
What the? Imagine living close to those. I could see Jamal saying that if we lived over there, though. Where are you? Almost home. I just passed the boobies. Oh, okay. See you soon.
But I feel that that's like that for anywhere though, because like certain spots, like you pass by, like, oh, that means I'm almost home.
Yeah, there's that one part of the highway. I don't know if anyone else knows, but me and Jamal always just refer to it as the big turn. If you're driving towards like Milwaukee and the highway straight for forever, and then it finally does turn. I don't know. We always just called it the big turn. But the ocean, the view, beautiful. It's just such a beautiful area. If you haven't been to the San Diego area, I would recommend. If we had that one freaking that Falcon private jet that I'm always seeing on the flight radar, I would have been like, you know what? Take me to San Diego. What's their temperature today? I don't know.
Beautiful, probably.
They never have anything too rough over there, I feel like. Even their winters.
But they'll be all right.
Oh, I meant temperature-wise.
Oh, temperature is beautiful. Beautiful.
What is Millie doing down there? Hear her. Right now it's 63.
It actually isn't too far off what it is here, but then again, it's colder here because we got the wind.
Yeah,
I just heard the crate.
Today's just a random weather
Yeah, we're
day.
almost hitting a record high, I heard.
Yeah, and like how good is that for us? Probably not that great. Yeah, today was supposed to be 54. I don't know if it ever felt like that. Feels like 43 right now.
Right.
Snowfall expected Saturday. Little to no accumulation. So
okay, good.
But anyways, that was my tangent. But my thing was the ocean views as you're driving in or out of?
My thing is the Pacific Beach Boardwalk, which is right next to the ocean.
Right next to the ocean.
You guys did not go on it. Again, we went out with Uncle Dave. Beautiful. Where we walked. We did it kind of when we were on the family vacation in California. We walked to a different one though. Like you just walk up and down the boardwalk. There's a bunch of there, meaning like cool stuff. We went at night. Excuse me. There's a pier. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the pier. I forgot to look it up. But it's just.
Is that where you were walking with the tummy?
Yes. So what happened was Uncle Dave decided, which I looked. There was a place called Simon's Cafe and Catering, and we had like 3 times, and we were there with Uncle Dave. They're not open anymore. It was delicious. They closed after we left, but he decided to take us to Denny's.
I'm not a fan of Denny's.
Yeah, I'm not either. And we went, and my tummy was not happy as we're walking back, and I was like, oh Lord.
Oh no.
Luckily, everything ended up being okay after I used the bathroom. But before that, I was walking on board like, oh no.
Were you like sweating?
A little bit. My stomach was not happy with me. I don't remember what I ate, and I haven't eaten Denny's since. I said, I don't know if I can do that again.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anything bad. I just had like normal breakfast stuff. But for whatever reason, my stomach was like, no, son. No.
That's when Jeremy
I guess my stomach didn't like the California eggs, only likes Wisconsin eggs.
He should get them all. I think it's a Denny's thing, honestly.
I think so.
I'm not
But anyway,
a Denny's
Pacific
kinda
Beach
guy.
Boardwalk, very beautiful.
I got this on here. We didn't get to walk around by there. But Coronado Island. Beautiful. And anything that's over by California where you can see the mountains in the background, gorgeous. I'll show a picture
this
here.
area. Yep.
But
Let me
what
see a
does that
picture.
remind you of?
Disney.
Doesn't it? It reminds me of Grand Floridian.
It's where they got that one highway. Where you go over the ocean.
Oh, yes, the big bridge.
That's what I was looking for.
But yeah, they got that hotel there, the resort, and you don't have to stay there to kind of look around and like check out everything. I would love to go back there to just kind of check that out, see the beach, their little downtown area. The views really is what you gotta go for.
The views and the vibes.
Views and the vibes. That's what I'm telling you though. But everything, I don't know, something about oceans is just beautiful, especially when you got them like mountains in background. I feel like you can't compare because you got obviously Florida's is different. You ain't got the mountains there, but different vibes, and it's just I don't know, beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Something about the mountains though, like with the water, it's nice. So I'd recommend for you to go there, and if you do, tag a picture and tag us in it so I can look at it.
I like it. The next one I'm going to say I've never been there, but always wanted to be, and that is the San Diego Zoo.
I have that on there too.
Oh, look at this rhyming. Isn't that cool?
Ooh. Was that
Tried
one?
to
I
rhyme.
don't know if that one was a
It
rhyme.
didn't really rhyme.
Yeah, but they are supposed to have one of the best
Zoos.
zoos.
We talked about it, but we didn't make it. But there's a lot of stuff.
There's
a lot of stuff on vacation. Yeah, you talk about you don't have time. But and it's not like we're just sitting around. Like we were busy the whole time in a good way. Like vacation, for me and Felicia the same way. It's like, do you want to see as much? You want to see and experience as much as you can in the time you have.
You got to, because then it's always you don't know when you're going to get back, and now
It's already been 2 years we haven't been back.
look at us now. We want to be back, and
We didn't even get to fly last year. Still sad. Which, speaking of flying, our hearts go out into the tragedy that happened in D.C.
Yes.
Or Virginia, with the helicopter and the plane. Turns out there were some people that were flying back from a figure skating competition thing.
I did see that.
They were hoping yesterday that there was some survivors, but they said it looks like everybody perished, all 67 people.
That's what I read earlier. That they were very not giving out that much information last night, even yet this morning. I think finally this afternoon they had said, but they just said recovering bodies.
Yep.
And that was it.
Horrible.
Yeah, we were talking to Brandon earlier about it, and he was just like, I don't understand how it happened, because Jamal had said it when I was like getting ready for bed, and I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. And he was said something about Black Hawk. I'm like, how does a Black Hawk? I was like, that's like military though.
Yep.
So
it was all
I
over
don't know.
like Twitter and stuff, and people were like, I don't know, something's not adding up. You see the video, they just like collide.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like the plane, from what I understand, was about to land.
Mm-hmm. It was
They were
on
very
final
close.
approach. Yeah, they were on final approach. They pretty much just had to fly over that river, and then they would have been on the runway.
But it's like, where do they come from? I don't even know.
I guess the helicopter was told to fly behind the plane, and they saw the plane, but somehow they still collided. Very sad.
I don't know. Interesting to what that they're going to end up. The information, I guess we will even receive about
and
it,
how much
but
of
I
it
don't
is
know.
actually true.
But how sad though for that. That's a lot of people.
Very sad. So tell loved ones you love them today.
That's right.
Let's see.
I'll just say one thing about the
go
zoo
ahead.
though.
Oh, we were talking about the zoo still. Before you go, sorry.
It is a very big zoo.
Mm-hmm.
I did look up the prices for it, and you're gonna be like, what? So, the 1 day pass.
Yeah.
For a regular day per person, $76.
Maybe we don't need to go to the zoo.
They have value days, but it's only a couple bucks cheaper.
I heard
And
it's
I think it's because their zoo is so big.
It's a big boy. It's a big boy.
And yeah, at that point though, it's almost $100 more. For $168, there's a 3-in-1. You get the zoo, safari park, and SeaWorld.
Oh.
But if you
SeaWorld,
want to, I say if you want to, give your money to SeaWorld.
Okay.
But their zoo is really, really big. They got like a ton of like stuff to do there, and like obviously, okay, I guess you go if that's like, I guess that's you're gonna do. If you're gonna do like other parks, then I wouldn't.
Right.
But say you're just going to San Diego area and just doing stuff like the ocean, going and doing that.
Then
I could see, but I would spend all day there though.
Right. Plus, if we're going to California, we're going to go to Disney.
Well, then at that point, I wouldn't go to the zoo.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If it was between the zoo and Disney, I think we both know what we're going to choose.
I don't even know why that did that.
I don't know. Plus, then if it's like
Jeremy
that
said,
thing,
I'm going to Disney. I'm not going.
and
to
then
the fucking zoo.
and then I'm probably gonna want to go to Universal if I can as well. We find a way. Anyways, San Diego Zoo. I'd still want to visit. It's on the list at some point. Maybe we can make it happen.
Well, we have a lot of things on the list.
Yes, we do.
Problem is, we don't have enough time off or money.
No.
That's really what's, as Jeremy would say, just back.
Perfect time for you to buy some candles from Magic Candle Company. 15% off with our code.
So we don't forget. That's right. Candles, room sprays.
That's perfect time.
Those little air freshener things for your car.
I think Doug was wanting me to buy another one because he's like, hey, what happened to all your candles you bought? I'm like, Doug, I bought like one candle, but I guess I got to buy another one then.
He said, time to stock it up.
So Harley can be all
sniffing it. The problem with the weather today is that like it gives you that hope for spring.
It does.
But February's just about to start.
And it's usually snows and it's really cold in February too.
Yeah, we're not about to. I gotta say
it's
though,
called false spring. They call it. Groundhog Day's coming up though, which also a very good movie.
I thought it was called global warming.
Well, that too.
But yeah, I don't know. They have them days, and it's like, dude, we're not even there yet.
Well, it's the same meme they post every year for Wisconsin and like around the Midwest. Like, oh, you're here. It's like stages of winter. It's like you are here.
Yeah.
It's like fall spring, and then it goes into like winter again.
Winter.
I seen one thing, and it's like, oh, it's like 50-something degrees outside. The sun is out. Seasonal depression is canceled.
That's right. For the day, it's gone. I should have opened the.
I was gonna ask you to
at
open
least
up
a
your
window.
windows.
I should open a window just to get some fresh air.
Let all the bad vibes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that maybe after the podcast.
There you go. Yeah, it's your turn, by the way.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have on here. Okay, so apparently San Diego is a really good spot to do this.
Okay.
Whale watching.
Really?
Yes.
I'd
And
do it.
Yeah, you can go on them little tour boats if you want. Or there's people that just do it from like the beach with their binoculars. Obviously, that's free. Going on the boat's gonna cost you money. What is Millie doing? Can you hear her just walking in the creek?
I can. What the heck was that?
That's what I was wondering. She has a bone down there. I hope she's all right. Millie? Hold on, the air vent's this way. Millie, what's happening? I don't have my camera down there, so I can't peek at her.
But she's just being.
You heard
Millie.
her?
I did.
Those
yeah,
are her noises she makes. I don't know what to call
Millie.
those noises. I guess they're kind of whale noises. I always
Oh,
call it her grunting. How appropriate. Thanks, Millie.
Yeah.
She
No
heard talking about
problem,
whales. She said, I can do whale noise. She said, how's that? Great. Thanks, Millie. Wonder if that'll come through in the podcast. Boo probably be like, I didn't hear they were talking about.
It depends on how I edit.
Well, I heard it.
I'll try and leave it in if I remember.
It's Millie. But yeah, I have whale watching on there. What a relaxing thing to do. I would say you could even sit there if you're just going to do it from the beach and read your book, but then you might miss it because that might happen fast. You have to have someone else on lookout. Oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. So, whale watching.
Something to go along with that, if you want to see some adorable things, is the La Jolla Cove, so you can look at the sea lions or the seals.
I've always wanted to, touch one in real life.
That sounds wild. When I went there, Felicia told me, she's like, go out there and pet it. They have big signs up, like, you cannot go out there, don't feed them, don't touch them.
Yeah, you're not
They just
allowed
literally
to touch
sit
them.
there on that little cove thing, and they just lay out on the sand. That's all they
But
do.
aren't they so cute?
They are.
I want to touch their tummy.
Did you see the one video of someone throwing their dog, like a toy or something, in the water, and the seal was in the water and ran after it as well?
No.
I'm pretty sure. I might have sent it to you on the gram. I don't know. I sent you guys a lot of things. It was on the gram, I know.
Oh, I did not see that.
Oh. Anyways, very cool place. Funny thing was, when we went there, I put the address in because that's when we were Uber for the first time, and it took us somewhere else. And Uncle Dave's like, "This isn't where I want to go." The guy's like, "Well, what'd you make me come here for then?" It's like, "I want to go see the seals, the cove." We
So
eventually
what
did find
happened?
it. We eventually did find it. I gave
Did you
him.
get out?
No, he drove us to the actual spot. Then we made it. He's like, "What'd you take me here for?" It was like behind like some building or something. It was weird. It was like a back alley or something. But Dave's like, "This isn't the spot."
Killed.
That's the address it gave me when I searched it up online.
Oh, so it's Jeremy's fault.
Yes, operator error.
Operator error.
But very cool.
The only other things I had on here, well, I had Little Italy, which Jeremy talked about, and then I just had the restaurants that are in there, the Sam's Burgers and Not Tacos, which I do think about all the time. I wish that I lived closer, or they had one here, and I could just
right.
DoorDash that because, man, look at my neck's better.
Oh, look at that. Amazing.
Shout out to my anti-itch.
I had a few more. One I went with Uncle Dave. It was called the Gas Lamp Quarter, which we did talk about going when we went, but we didn't have time to go. It's there.
To me, yeah.
It's like it's just like shops and stuff. Like, it just looks older. To me, it reminds me kind of like downtown in a way. Got like the old gas lamps and stuff like that, or the lights. It's pretty cool.
Didn't we pass that kind of when we were walking, but we didn't go down it?
I think we did because it's pretty close
I remember
to Petco
seeing
Park.
the arch.
Yeah. What else did I have? Then I had Sunset Cliffs Natural Park, which is like a very famous place people always go. See, look at me. I can't even speak.
Talking too fast. What a
I
guy.
do that a lot. Like this place, that's that place.
Yeah, how beautiful is that?
I wish
With
we
the
could have
cliff
went.
there?
Yep, there's another picture. This one.
Gorgeous.
Then I also had the Birch Aquarium. A place we ate, not with you guys, but Uncle Dave, was Bub's at the ballpark. They had some delicious chicken tenders, but it was like homemade breading, kind of like Mom used to make when I was a kid.
In the bag?
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. I should never make that again. That was delicious. And then the only other thing I had that I didn't do that I wish we would have is the USS Midway Museum, which is an aircraft carrier that's docked in San Diego Port that you could have went on. Bam. That could have been us.
We could have been on there?
At the harbor.
Floating museum.
Yeah, it's an actual old aircraft carrier.
That's nice.
I know. But that's all I got.
I'd say definitely if we had at least like a few days or the
Right.
vacation there, like think
One
all
of
that
these times
stuff.
it'd be nice to take a 2-week vacation, but then it's like you could take 2 weeks now, or you could spread it and have another week some other time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking how long you'd have to go between vacations.
Long time. Well, that's me right now because
I'd have to have a lot of money saved up.
when this podcast comes out, I should be on vacation, but I was unable. Everyone, and of course, the one time I can't, everybody else is on vacation.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
Still upset about it. Anyways,
Disappointed.
I'm disappointed in myself. A little upset. More than a little upset. We did have some comments. I'll read them real quick. Let's see here. We only had 7 because you guys need to step it up. Jefferson
They tried,
first.
I guess.
Alexander said, congratulations on the P.O. Box. Can't wait to see what comes in. Our friends in Mike Cover said, all this food talk is making me hungry. Our vote is for creamy peanut butter.
Thank
they
you.
agree with
I
Felicia.
agree.
Creamy isn't bad, but I just like crunchy. Then Tatiana said, Remy says hi. She says, love ice cream and popcorn. Tatiana loves popcorn. Like, if you don't understand, she loves popcorn. Like, I will bring her popcorn, just like the when you put in the microwave. Like, I'll bring her some, and she'll be like, you brought popcorn? She's like, Jeremy, would you like some popcorn? And then she'll make it, and she'll be all excited. She loves popcorn. That makes me want to go see a movie. When does that Captain America movie come out?
I don't know.
I feel like it's coming out soon. Let's see. Does it come out next week? Oh, it comes out the 14th. So, not next week.
Anyways,
and then she said, that's the thing I was looking for. And then she said, my hands have been so dry because of the stupid cold weather. It has been cold, but today is the same thing happens every year. It gets nice for like a few days, and everyone's like, oh, this is great. I even see people on motorcycles today, and then tomorrow, like the next day, it's going to be cold as and it's going to suck, and we're going to be very sad.
Yeah, it's not as cold as it was. We had that one snap where it was feeling like negative every day.
And every day was like, oh, it's going to be like 20 degrees today. And it still felt like 0 every day.
Yeah, I had on like layers on layers.
Me too. Normally, I'm not a person with layers, but since I lost weight, I get cold very easily now. Like right now, it says 45 degrees, but it actually feels like... Oh, it's actually not too bad. It still feels like 44. No precipitation for 60 minutes, so that's good.
That is good. But yeah,
wind gusts
cold days,
wind gusts are up to 14 miles an hour. So
the wind is what gets you.
The other day was crazy. It was like I think they said like 30 or something mile an hour gusts up to almost like 50 or something. It was something crazy. I remember driving
knocked down my garbage can.
Oh, really? I had to like really hold on to the wheel the one day in the certain spots. I was like, look at me go. The boys like that. I'm
gonna fly away.
Speaking of the boys, make sure you go check out them out at Auto Illusions Vlog, which they finally made a TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. They got everything now.
Done now.
So check them all out, man.
Yeah, check them out. They just posted 5 hours ago. Well, not with this, but their newest video as of now is what happens if you push the button while driving. Don't try this in your own car. The push the start button.
Oh, God.
What happens? Gotta watch the video to find out.
These boys. John told me he's like, a little bit of clickbait sometimes. I said, sometimes, John?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Gotta see.
The other new thing me and Tatiana have been doing is playing Phasmophobia. And Felicia downloaded it and played it for the first time today. So what do you think so far?
It's not as scary as I thought, but Brandon said that's because that's the other game that's scarier.
Demonologist on PC. Brandon and I play that. That is scary. Like
that's what he says.
That just gives me chills. Like, we'll just hear a noise and be like, oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
This one is more like puzzle-based, which Brandon did say before, but I like it. Tatiana and I have been addicted to it like every night, and Felicia's been saying, you guys playing that ghost game again.
If you play with Tanya, you're going to get killed, and she's going to live.
Tatiana.
She will tell you, run, here comes the ghost, and close the door in your face.
And then Felicia told me this, and she said that Tatiana said, the ghost is coming. Felicia said, wait, what? Dead. I'm like, yes. If Tatiana talks to the ghost, she's going to to it and call it a stuff like that. And
I don't understand how the spirit box works.
And then
it just pops up and you push buttons.
Yeah, somehow she thinks she can press buttons. I don't know. PC, you can actually talk to it. On PlayStation, you can only press buttons as of now. But she finds a way to talk, I guess, somehow. Because if you talk while you're in the game, it can hear your voice. But she's talking. Next time you hear, oh no, because lights will flicker, and then you'll turn around, you're dead. Like the other day, she had a music box. She's like, oh, what's this? It's playing music. Oh no. I turn around, dead. Person's right there. Turns out it was a cursed music box, and she got me killed.
She was looking for all the cursed stuff earlier.
She loves the Ouija board. She loves it.
We only had it one time. Yeah, we were doing with the voice in the game because Brandon was on PC. Mm-hmm. So we had to do voice in the game.
I keep telling him get Discord. It makes it easier because otherwise the ghost can hear you the whole time.
Oh, the ghost can hear the whole time. Yeah, we just did the voice activation.
Yeah. It's fun. Because Brandon didn't... What's okay? The game?
That the ghost can hear you.
Oh. That's my train of thought. Oh, because Brandon didn't get it at first because he thought he's like, you guys going on PlayStation. I said, actually, I got it on PC. He's like, wait, it's cross platform? I'm like, yeah, he's like, oh, okay. He's like, I'll get it. And then like the next day he got it. And then what else did we do? Oh, we also watched Turtles All the Way Down over the weekend. We finally did get a chance to watch it. I guess we can give our quick review. Spoiler alert if you didn't finish it.
Spoiler alert.
Me and Boo were talking about it yesterday. What is your gut reaction to it?
My gut reaction is that the movie sucked compared to the book. It was not great. And here's how Tatiana... Well, first I think something has happened. It was in the beginning. And I'm like, didn't have like that in the book. And this is Jeremy. And then we said
It
something
did.
else, and he's like, why can't you just watch the movie for what it is? Why does it matter? Then so this was Tatiana. She looked at me every time. She'd be like,
Yeah, I just hear.
Then what happens as the movie gets going? Jeremy, okay, fine. I don't like to be that guy, but they're messing it up. It didn't happen like that.
I feel, again, Turtles All the Way Down. Very, very good book. Movie, I feel, which I told Felicia the same thing, one of two things. I feel I would have enjoyed the movie better had I not read the book, or two, if they made it a series. I feel that, especially the way the book was and how much was in the book, it would have been better as a series, like Looking for Alaska. I feel if Looking for Alaska became a movie, it would have been the exact same thing. There would have been a lot they had to cut out. Plus, you can flesh things out more, because like there's certain things in the book where it was like a number of pages long just for like one little thing happening. And then they also just changed a bunch of stuff. And then Paper Towns and the The Fault in Our Stars, they were movies and they were still fine. Like they hit all the points you need to make.
I need to reread those to double
I
check.
think I'm gonna reread them too. And then but I do want to watch it again and like try
Turtles?
Turtles, just to see if it's like
My thing is that they didn't play up her OCD enough, which was a big part of who she is in the book.
Yeah.
And they didn't play into enough her relationship with the guy, because they just seemed like they didn't really talk that much. So them not being together at the end.
Yeah, or even Daisy. Like in the book, that's like a big thing.
Like or the guy's dad, the whole mystery of finding out where he went.
Spoiler, but the thing that I really did not like how they changed something where like she took a day off for school and like went in the private jet to Chicago and talked to this person, whatever, and she told her mom the typical thing they got to put in every like teen movie. So and so said that I can do whatever I want. You just don't believe in me. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Come on. They could have used a whole different scene. Like it was towards the end of the movie. We're like, again, spoiler. Yeah, you already know spoiler at this point, but like the big car crash scene. We're literally talking out loud. Like it's not gonna happen, is it? Like it's gonna happen, but they didn't do it the way it was in the book. Like because in the movie it's just like it's just like whatever. But no, it's like in the book there was like a big build up to that moment of it happening, and it makes more sense in the book.
Yeah, and if they could have did it better, like
they could have fleshed it out more.
Well, and like I feel like in the car they were just talking, and then all of a sudden they just start kind of like not even arguing, just talking louder.
Right.
But like it should have been more of like they can do that where they're talking, and it's like how it kind of like muffles the sounds around you because you can tell she's too like engrossed in the conversation. They didn't do that.
Right.
And the accident didn't even happen the same way.
No.
Or the dad's phone. They've never talked about that.
That's the biggest
That
plot
was
point.
a big thing.
Was her thing being close with her dad because he was dead and he had a phone that she left in the car to keep looking at the pictures and whatever, and then they just made it more about the car. Like, oh, the car's dead. It's like, no, the phone. That was like a big thing.
Yeah. And they it was never even in there.
How do you feel about the people who were casted as the people?
They didn't look like I thought they were going to look.
Me either. I feel the person who played Asa was okay. I felt Daisy's character was pretty spot on. What about...
Yeah, Daisy's was okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out of what they had.
Well, yeah.
Davis... I feel like Davis, they try to make more like person with, I don't know, try to seem cooler or something. I don't know.
In the book, they make it sound like he's like this like attractive looking dude.
Yeah.
And then they cast it like a typical white boy.
That's what I took it as. And then like the brother, I don't know if you noticed, but like in the scene where he's like giving her a piece of paper where he says like the juggler's mouth or whatever it said. Like
the
runner's mouth or whatever it was. Yeah.
Joggers.
Anyways, like when he's talking, you can tell that it's ADR, which means they had to go into a studio and re-record the audio because you can just tell the way she talks and he talks is different. Like you can tell it's different. So I guess the kid sucked giving his lines, so they had to redo it. But that's all I can think about in that moment.
Well, and in the book too, her relationship with the little brother was more.
Yeah, big thing. Like that was a big part of it too. And like the whole mystery of the dad, like she was looking through it like the entire thing, and like her friend was like, "Don't pay attention to it."
Yeah, they didn't even like go into that. The art show was a bigger deal in the book. Everything I feel like in the book was a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And it's just all kind of...
What else character?
Downplayed.
Oh, her mom? Her mom wasn't bad, but...
What was with her mom and the guy, though?
Yeah, I didn't get that. That randomly showed up. The mom was from Scrubs. Who else?
Jeremy said if you didn't know, now you know.
I'm trying to think who else was cast in the movie. The dude who played Michael, he was all right. I mean, I didn't really care either way.
I had thought, in my mind... In the book reading it, I thought he was just like like a chubbier bald guy because they kept talking about how he looked like a giant baby. And to me, that's what a giant baby would look like.
But he did not.
No.
Not at all.
I don't. I was disappointed. If you want to read, I have a rec for a book that's really good. I told Tatiana to read it. There's no movie for it, so they can't ruin it, I guess. But God,
not yet.
It'd have to be a series because this book, oh my God, so much happens in this book. It's called Too Late. The lady who wrote It Ends With Us wrote it. I'd say it's not her typical. She'd even said before it was a book she would write a little bit and go back because it's different from her other stuff. Usually she writes romance. This one does have romance in it, but it's also suspense. Hella suspense. I told Tatiana, I said, you gotta read this book. It's crazy. And the thing is, like, I just read, like, there's like a sentence or two for books and I'll read that. And it's never what I think it's going to be. All it says is how, okay, there's this guy and this girl who are together. They're in college. 2 cops for the DEA, go undercover to try to bust the guy for drugs.
Breaking Bad.
One of them starts to fall for the guy's girlfriend. Crazy story. I got to a point yesterday. I had finished it. Yesterday, I was reading some of it for work because it was so good. And I got to a part and I was just, I was so upset. I wrote Brandon and I was like, man, what the and this happened, blah, blah, blah. I went all day and I'm thinking about it at work. I'm like, I can't believe it. So I had to read it and finish it after I got off work. But it's a really good book. I told Tatiana, warning, it is part romance. Are there some sexual scenes in it? Yes.
But Tatiana's an adult now.
She is. I said, you're 18 now, Tatiana. You can read the book. I said it starts out with a little one too, but the story, don't let that deter you from reading the story because the story is so good. And she asked me, she said, well, what page should I start at then? I said, you just have to read it.
It's not a TV series.
Yeah, you can't be just like, you're gonna miss. Right. And like, I don't. It's really good. I think everybody should read it. I don't know. It's really good. I was telling Jamal about it, and he was like, they put all that in a book? I was like, yeah. And he was like, I feel like it's hard to read. I told him, I said, it's not like when you're reading boring school, like, right. I don't know, the way people.
Plus, there's audiobooks and stuff. No, I like audiobooks. That's my thing.
Well, do an audiobook.
Boo got John on audiobooks.
John, do the audiobook in the car.
You should. Maybe I will. We'll see. Yeah, but that was Felicia's segment of what she's reading this week.
That's right. I got 13 books completed as of now.
Damn. Yeah. I got, I think, 1, maybe 2. I think 1.
What are you gonna do?
Let it rip, I guess.
So
make sure you for our big news. Or we'll just keep dangling the carrot for you every week. It's like, nope, not this week, not this week, not this week. No, but next week.
Well, I mean, what we were going to talk about next week.
Yeah, I thought we were going to talk about it next week, whether it happens or not.
No, I meant with we're going to talk about next week. Next week's topic.
Oh, yeah. I got to look into that, huh? Let me see about that. Let's see. Next week's topic on So We Don't Forget is Los Angeles things to do and eat.
Woo!
Unless we come up with something else.
So make sure, like, comment, subscribe, and share to a friend. Let them know about us. Check out all our links Jeremy will have on down in the bio there where you can go on and check that stuff out.
And the doobly-doo.
That's right. Check it out. And we will see you next week for our great topic. And we'll see you also for our announcement. Keep an eye on our socials because we might be posting something about that there too before the episode comes out.
Yepper pepper.
We are So We Don't Forget. We'll see you next week. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy.
Toodles.
Peace.